Hi friends, welcome to a brand new weekend reading vlog. I have not done like a simple reading vlog in such a long time and I am so excited. I'm going to try to make it a 24-hour readathon, but here's the catch. So in the past, I've always done it within an actual 24-hour period, and I realized like I need sleep. I need sleep to survive. I cannot mess up my sleep schedule because I work during the week. So I'm going to try this timer thing that people have done. It's where you start a stopwatch, obviously, and you just stop it when you sleep or when you have something else going on, because I actually do have to shoot a proposal. I'm doing some things Friday night, so I'm not able to dedicate like a straight 24 hours this weekend just to reading. So that's kind of my thought process behind this, and whenever I do 24-hour readathons, I always like to just count my page numbers and be proud of that instead of the number of full books I get done. It just makes more sense to me to motivate yourself to do it that way. In case you guys don't know, I actually have a 24-hour readathon Discord group where a bunch of people have joined. We try to pick different themes and do one like every other month or so. I really wish I could do these more because I'm such a fan of like reading a ton within a short amount of time and just dedicating a weekend to it. But for this theme, I decided to choose night or sleep. So I have some books for these, and mainly they are books that I've just really been wanting to get to. So I kind of fit the theme to the books that I want to read this weekend. So let's just go ahead and run through my TBR. So the books that I have are Insomnia by Sarah Pinborough and also Book of Night by Holly Black. These two just came out recently. I'm absolutely dying to get to them, and I think I'm going to start with Insomnia. It's just a fast-paced book to get me going, and I don't know much about this one other than it's a lady that has insomnia, and her mother, when she turned 40, started getting insomnia as well. So I think this has to deal with some background trauma because our main character has also been through the foster care system, I believe. So it just sounds super fast-paced, and it looks like it does take place over the span of like 7 days, which Behind Her Eyes, I believe, also took place across the span of like a really short time period, which also motivates me to read really quickly for some reason. So I'm super stoked about this one. I loved Behind Her Eyes. I know a lot of people don't love it, but I've been looking forward to this for such a long time. So obviously my expectations are pretty dang high with this one. I'm scared but also interested to vlog this ride with you guys. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been waiting for Book of Night by Holly Black. It's her first adult fantasy. I've been wanting to get to it. It has to do with shadow thieves and secret societies. But honestly, the synopsis is pretty dang confusing. There's also glomists, which are like people that can steal shadows. I don't know. I guess people that don't have a shadow are actually looked down upon in this type of society. So this is more of like an urban fantasy where it's set in our world, but there's definitely those creepy, kind of weird, spooky elements to it. And I'm really excited to get into this. I am a little scared though, because a lot of people that have read ARCs said it just absolutely did not live up to their expectations, so I am scared, but I did think this one would be good for a readathon because it's right at 300 pages. My friend Kendal and I actually want to buddy read this together. She's also going to be reading Insomnia with me, so it'll be fun to chat with a friend about these books over the weekend. But I also wanted to read a manga, and this manga is called I Had That Same Dream Again. This one weaves the story of 3 different women together over time, but our main character is a little girl, and I think she can actually travel through time. I'm not really sure what this one is about, but it is more slice of life, hard hitting, so I may end up crying, I may end up sobbing, I may end up getting angry or frustrated or upset with this one, but every time I go into Barnes & Noble, I see this cover. It just looks super cute. I mean, it's got a cat on the front. This little girl just looks so warm and innocent and just so cute. So I've been dying to find out what this one is about. This just gives me like spring vibes, which I'm totally here for. So as you can see, we have the word dream, we have the word night, and we also have the word insomnia. So we're definitely going with like a sleep theme rather than like a space night theme. I don't know, I kind of left this up to the interpretation of everyone else, how they wanted to do it. And a lot of people did choose Insomnia and Book of Night as well, which is super fun. So I'm going to be doing some reading sprints over on Discord, but this is my main goal for this weekend or just during 24 hours. I've never done the timer thing before, so we're just gonna see how this goes. Hopefully I can still finish some of these and give some thoughts to you guys to kind of help you decide if you want to pick them up. Before I start rambling even more, I'm actually meeting my friend Kendal, who also has a booktube and bookstagram. I'm gonna go ahead and leave her channel in the description because she is the sweetest human being ever, and we don't hang out enough, so I was like, let's meet for coffee, maybe some book shopping, because how can you not? We are going to read Book of Night together and start it and kind of bounce ideas off each other, what we think, opinions. It's just gonna be a grand time. So let's go ahead and get going and let's dive into the books. Best buds hanging out.
Balancing on a weary line, too scared to trust you and jump down. I'll keep my status quo up here, won't let anybody come near. I'll fix it on my own. 29 years I've been the same, trying so hard to run from shame. But how long can I keep up the pace? To fool myself I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call.
I mean, where else would we end up? Bad idea.
Why it's so hard to let go? Down the line, you'll ask why I wasted my time, and I'll say I didn't know better, but the truth is I was weak and scared, afraid of the blame. 29 years I've been the same, trying so hard to run from shame, and I will not keep up the pace. To fool myself I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness surround me and I don't know why it's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness surround me and I don't know why it's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard to let go.
Okay, how many of these have you read? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I own that. I own that. I own that. Own. What about this side? Read. Own.
3.5.
I've read that. Have you read that?
And that's the half. I got halfway through and I just haven't finished it.
Oh my goodness. That was me with this one. I tried.
I hate that one.
I really want to read this one,
I have that one.
but I feel like I did pretty good on the book talk recs. Hello friends, it is now 11:20 p.m. and I am so tired right now. It's just like the end of the week where I really want to read, but literally I've had my 24-hour timer on for 30 minutes today. So this is definitely going to be turning into a weekend vlog. Kendall and I hung out today, which was super fun. I'm going to do a little book haul for you guys tomorrow. I got 3 books. Was not expecting to do that, but you know, when you're with your bookish friends, how can you like not buy a book? I did want to say I am only about 30-ish pages into Book of Night, and I'm going to talk to you guys about it tomorrow, maybe when I'm a little bit further, but I'm not DNFing it yet. I'm kind of enjoying it, but not as much as I wanted to. It's just kind of all that info dumpy stuff at the beginning of fantasy books where you're like confused and it just takes you longer to read, and so I'm trying to pick up on the magic system, but it's very spooky so far. So I am liking it, not loving it, but we'll see what happens. But because it is already so late, I decided I wanted to pick up Insomnia because, again, it's nighttime. Just makes sense. But also, if I'm reading a thriller and listening to the audio at the same time, typically I will be able to stay awake. I'm hoping that starting a new book that I've been anticipating for so long now will keep me alive. I'm also doing reading sprints on my 24-hour Discord group, and it's been so much fun. It's definitely keeping me awake, as well as this orange spice tea, which I always have to be like eating or drinking something if I want to stay awake and read. And I'm also eating these bite-sized Twizzlers, which I know is not good for my health. I should probably go get an apple or something. But anyways, I should probably have another update for you at some point before I go to bed. So I do want to make it to like 1, which is another hour and a half. I feel like I can do it. I may or may not check in before I go to bed just to let you all know how far I made it. But if not, I'm just going to sip my tea and I will see you guys in the morning. So, good night! Hello guys, welcome to Saturday. I'm here for a little reading update, but mainly my little book haul from yesterday. So first of all, I am only 50 pages into Insomnia and I love it. Like, let me read you the beginning dedication line because I was like, this is gonna be scary. The monsters were never under my bed because the monsters were inside my head. There's already nighttime scenes where our main character Emma is up at night and you can tell she's had past trauma and there's some things going on inside her head, but we don't fully know what has happened to her in her past other than she has been through the foster care system and their mother is currently at a mental care facility. And I'm just like, I don't know what is gonna happen. Sarah Pinborough can take things from 0 to 100 real quick. Like, the plot twists are absolutely insane. Sorry if the lighting changed. I went to go turn the light on because it's a very gloomy, dark day, which leads me to say it's great for reading, but not great for what I'm gonna do this afternoon because I have to travel almost an hour to a gorgeous botanical garden to shoot a proposal. And let me tell you, if it rains, I don't have plan B. He doesn't have plan B. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I feel like all of these purchases were definitely influenced highly by friends. But I wanted to share the book that Kendall gave me called The Haunting of Hill House. I'm sure you guys have seen it and heard of it before. I have never read this and I really want to read it. And I have actually never seen this edition. I kind of expected it to be like the yellow cover that you see on Amazon, but it's actually like silvery and neon orange. And I just love it. I think it's such a neat little book. She said she didn't like it because she was bored, but I don't know. I do want to give it a shot because I rewatched The Haunting of Hill House like 5 times at this point. I freaking love that show. So I was like, I have to read the book. So I'm planning to read this in fall, but I had to share it because she so kindly gifted it to me and I'm excited to add it to my collection. The first book that I've been wanting to pick up for so long now, the cover just sounds so fun, and I've heard there's similarities to Finley Donovan with this one, but it's called Dial A for Aunties, and this just sounds hilarious. Let me read you the first sentence because that is what had me so intrigued. When Madeline Chan ends up accidentally killing her blind date, her meddlesome mother calls for her even more meddlesome aunties to help get rid of the body. Unfortunately, a dead body body proves to be a lot more challenging to dispose of than one might anticipate. So I've heard this has a lot of Asian representation, I believe, or Chinese Indonesian. I guess it's an immigrant family, but it just sounds hilarious. Like, just having your aunts help you cover up a murder. I don't know what is going to come from this book. I do know there's like a second book out right now, so if I like this one enough, I am going to get the second one. But after Finley Donovan, I just really want a similar book to that, and I'm hoping this can be it. I'm just very excited because it looks like a great summer poolside read. I recently just read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. It just came out, and I was like, why am I in this weird romance mood? Like, you guys know I don't read romance, but my parents have a pool, and something about like reading cutesy romances by the pool this summer just sounds amazing to me. So I have been in like this light reading romance mood. Nothing can ever measure up to Emily Henry, at least in my opinion, but this one has come very highly rated, especially my friend Keisha absolutely loves this one. It's called Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. They actually just redid this cover from what I'm concerned, because the other cover was like orange with two ripped like paper hearts on it, but look at this cover. I just think it's so cute, and I had to pick it up because I'm a huge cover buyer. This book I know has dual timelines of the couple back when they were in high school or before they were about to get married, and then in the present day. I did see a couple like text messages and letters within this. I really love that. I think it's so cute. Some people get really confused with dual timelines, but I really like it, and I'm also seeing like emails and stuff in here. It just sounds super cute. I've only read The Unhoneymooners and In a Holidays, I think. It does talk about spending weekends and lazy summers together in a house, and I think it's just gonna be a really good vibe, again, to read by the pool. This just sounds like a really good wholesome story in romance, if you know what I mean. I don't like trashy romance, so I hope this one is going to be a 5-star for me, maybe? And also, I mainly picked this up off Lauren's recommendation, more like Lauren's confirmation, because I have seen this book, Shady Hollow, at Barnes & Noble every single time I go. I'm like, this looks so cute. It's in the cozy mystery section, which kind of pushed me away a little bit because I'm more of a thriller girl, but this cover, again, is this not just absolutely freaking adorable? Like, I just cannot with these covers. I typically am not one to read a book that has animals as the main character either, but this sounds so cute. And there's even a fox that's the main character, and foxes are my absolute favorite. I think they're so cute, so I could not say no to this one. The girl's name is Vera Vixen, who is the fox, and she reports a murder in the town, and she takes it upon herself to solve this murder. There's a bunch of cute little woodland creatures, but she ends up finding even deeper, darker secrets that have to do with this town. So I'm really curious to see where this goes. I really want to find the audio because I've heard the audio is really great. As you can see here, this is not your typical fantasy or mystery thriller because I'm trying to branch out a little bit more and just kind of mood read. Like, I know I've always been a mood reader, but mood reader for me is like still reading fantasy and mystery thrillers. So I wanted to try to find books that were a little bit more out of my comfort zone and kind of stretch my reading a little bit this summer. I hope you enjoyed that little haul. It is coffee time because I am slowly fading already, and yeah, we need some caffeine. So I will catch in with you guys probably at some point tonight. When I get back, I'll let you know how the proposal goes, how my reading's going, and yeah, I will see you later. Hello friends, welcome to Saturday. I don't know why I say hello like this is an actual intro again. Anyways, it's Saturday, and unfortunately I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I could kind of tell I wasn't feeling right yesterday. My head was kind of hurting. I've had an earache all week and just my body was kind of aching, and I woke up today and I was like, yeah, I definitely don't feel normal. I put my contacts in, threw some makeup on, was hoping that would wake me up a little bit, but I think I stayed up until 1 or 1:30 and then I woke up at 8:30. So I feel like I got a decent amount of sleep last night, but I've been trying to drink some hot tea to clear out my throat. My throat is still aching. I'm sure it's just an allergy thing because I was outside shooting that proposal for a lot longer than I thought yesterday. It went well. Unfortunately, I forgot like my best portrait lens that I have, so kind of set me off and put me in a mood because I like to have all my gear with me, but it's okay. It turned out fine because she said yes, and they're gonna get married later this year, so that's all that matters. But I'm definitely feeling very slumpy and just tired today. So I'm pretty sure I've also worn this shirt in like every video recently, but seriously, if you guys have never seen Book Babe Designs, like, go check out her shop. It's amazing. Also, don't mind my laundry in the back that I also need to do. So it is now, I think, around 11:30, and I honestly, you guys, this weekend has turned out way different than I thought it was gonna be. That's fine. I've technically clocked in 6.5 hours. I basically feel like I've been forgetting and failing to set the timer when I wake up, and so this is a 24-hour vlog, kind of turned into a weekend vlog. I'm kind of disregarding the timer at this point because I just want to get through these books, but I think I do a lot better under pressure with like the actual 24 hours. So hopefully you guys don't care that this is turning into a not so strict vlog. But anyways, I'm here to tell you that I'm planning to finish this ASAP. Let me just say, Sarah Pinborough's writing is the best. She's probably one of my auto-buy authors at this point, and I really want to go back and read a couple of her other books, but this book, I don't know who to trust. I don't know what's going on. As soon as I'm like, okay, I have a theory, it could be this, the main character Emma actually says it in her mind, and I'm like, okay, so I'm on the same page as the character. So she's obviously going to throw a huge plot twist, or there's going to be a loophole somewhere, and I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if this is going to end up being absolutely insane. Like, I don't know. It's really hard for me to talk about it without spoiling. Let's just say her little boy is kind of going crazy, and I feel like he may be possessed. It's just so creepy and so weird. We also have another character named Caroline who is a nurse, which makes me suspicious of her considering Emma and Phoebe's mom was in a mental health care facility. There's just a couple characters that are getting thrown around, but it seems way too obvious for it to be them, if that makes any sense, for like them to have something to do with it. So I personally have no freaking clue where this is gonna go, and that's what I love about it. The audiobook is phenomenal. I'm not sure who the audiobook narrator is, but I've been listening on Scribd. Only have 2 hours left at 1.8 times speed, so I may speed it up even a little bit more, but holy cow, you guys. But I also think I'm going to pick up I Had That Dream again, because I literally bought this manga for this readathon that I wanted to do because I've been eyeing this for ages. So I also really want to get this read, and then maybe we'll go back to Book of Night and just see how many pages I can get done. But that one's super short. Like the audiobook I think is like 7 hours at this point. So technically, if I play my cards right, I could probably clock in some good hours today. But again, I'm not being too strict on the 24-hour thing at this point, especially because I am feeling kind of sick. So I do feel the need for some actual caffeine though, like some coffee or something. And it's supposed to storm later today, which is like the perfect ambience for like just reading in general. But also I was kind of hoping to swing by Starbucks, get a refreshing drink, and go to my parents' pool for the afternoon. I haven't gotten any sun so far this year. I didn't get to swim in their pool last year because they moved to South Carolina in September, and so it was just too cold. I didn't get the chance to swim, and I really want to swim today. So I don't know if I'll end up over there, but I'll keep you guys updated. I will obviously keep you updated on Insomnia, but you all, right now I can say go buy this book because I love it. I absolutely love it. Again, the ending can make or break it, but I feel like even just her writing along for the ride, the whole book just keeps you so intrigued. And I think part of that is because this takes place over the span of 7 days. You're counting down until Emma's 40th birthday, and you kind of know something is supposed to happen on her 40th birthday, supposedly when she's supposed to go mad. And yeah, I am just like, oh, and I'm pretty sure Behind Her Eyes took place over the span of like a week. I can't remember, but the fact that it's over a short period of time is what keeps a book moving for me as well. And she just played her cards right with this book. Like, everything about it, so good, so invested. There's obviously some trauma with her mother, so in case you're looking for trigger warnings in this book, there's definitely some warnings for that, as well as her and her sister ended up in the foster care system at some point, which I believe it all says in the synopsis, but if you choose not to read the synopsis, now you know. But yeah, anyways, I love this so much. I'm gonna get back to reading because I'm itching to know what happens, and then yeah, I may end up diving into this as well because it just looks so cute in summary, or maybe take this to the pool with me. I don't know. We'll see if I'm going swimming. I might ask my mom how warm it actually is. There's my update. I don't really know how good or how much vlogging I'm gonna get done today, so hopefully this vlog isn't complete trash because I'm feeling like trash today, but we're trying. So anyways, I will catch up with you guys in a little bit whenever I finish this.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh to yourself, and I see you shine in every color, resting your head in my arms. You sing la 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 la. My God, I think I might be in love. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. You'll never feel alone as long as you're with me. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. There's no place on earth I would rather be. I found you today. It feels like it's been forever, laughing all day. We spin around, your hand reaches mine. Feels like I can't do anything, just give me a mountain to climb. You sing la 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 la. My God, I think I might be in love. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. You'll never feel alone as long as you're with me. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. There's no place on earth.
Well friends, the time has come to end this reading vlog and give you all my thoughts on these books, because boy do I have some thoughts. Also, don't mind my brown sugar oat milk espresso with soy. Thanks to Lauren, it's way better than the oat milk, but your girl is tired. So I'm hopefully going to put together some thoughts, give you guys my thoughts on these books, and maybe convince you to pick them up. So let's just go ahead and wrap this up by talking about Insomnia. This book was bonkers. It has been so long since I've completely been captivated by a book. I read it in like 6-ish hours? No, probably 4 hours. The audiobook is actually fairly short. This is a really short book, but oh my gosh, you guys. I loved this book. There's definitely a part or an element in the end where you have to just go along for the ride, not think about it too hard. But Sarah Pinborough is so freaking creative. Like, this just proved to me that she's now going to be an auto-buy author. I cannot wait to go back and read some of her backlist titles and see what she's done with those, because I could not put this book down. I can understand why it would not be for everyone. Like I said, there's a crazy element near the end, but the whole ride leading up was just crazy. You know you can't believe the main character, but you don't know who to believe. You don't know what to believe. Like, I just want to reread this because I feel like near the end, I was just kind of like, what? What just happened? I feel like with Behind Her Eyes, it was just left up to you to interpret as far as being able to understand what really happened. But with this one, there is a character in here that basically explains everything just straight up, like in a conversation, and I didn't like that. It felt like a cop-out, like it was too easy. Instead of you thinking about it and being surprised and shocked, it was just like, okay, this is why this and that happened. But then the epilogue, let me just say, you should probably read Behind Her Eyes first. That is literally all I'm going to say without spoiling a single thing. Read Behind Her Eyes first. You'll thank me later. It was probably a 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely would give Behind Her Eyes 5 stars, so I don't know. I didn't like this one quite as much, but seriously, could not put it down. I loved the ride, even though I had a few issues in the end. Was not a big deal. Definitely recommend this one. Sadly, I decided to not DNF this, guys. I am not DNFing this, but this is the perfect read for October. Not necessarily spooky season, but it mentions fall in here, like the cooler weather, coats, just the town gives off those October kind of like fall autumn vibes, and the spookiness to it made me think that it would be perfect for like around Halloween time. I don't know if that's going to be the case for the entire book, but the beginning was just so eerie and I really wanted to keep reading, but I just feel like I'm way more interested and invested in other books at this point, and I really want to be in the mood, in the right headspace when I go to read this, and so I feel like I made the right choice to put it down. I want to make sure that I enjoy it to the fullest, but so far I can say these spooky, creepy vibes are there. It's a little bit info dumpy in the beginning where you're trying to understand these shadows and ghosts, and there's like a bunch of characters that are introduced, so we had to keep kind of chatting back and forth to try to figure out what was really going on, like how everyone was related to each other. But other than that, I just want to take it slow and try to figure out a better time to read this. Now, this book was honestly hard for me to rate. I sat back, I thought about it for a little while, and I always have a hard time rating manga because if it's in a series or there's multiple volumes, I can pretty much rate according to each one within the series. But when it's a standalone like this, I don't know. I just feel like it's unfair to rate manga because there's lots of factors to consider in comparison to normal novels, because you have the artwork, you have the ease of reading even with the panels, and I don't know, I feel like this was more of like a 3 or 3.5 for me if I did have to say. It was really sad. There's lots of trigger warnings for this, by the way, so please go into this knowing these things aren't even talked about, but they're also portrayed and shown in an illustrative form, obviously, so please be careful going into this one. I knew it was going to be hard-hitting, but it can definitely be extremely triggering, so let me just say that. But there was a point in here near the end that I did get teary-eyed. I thought this was so sweet. This story is just so bittersweet. So our main character in school is actually given this assignment for the class of what they think happiness is. They have to present happiness, whether it's write a paper or just express what they think happy is. So she goes on this journey with 3 different women and friends and asks them, what does happy mean to you? And so there's just a lot of moments that made you think like, oh, what is the meaning of life? What does make me happy? And so I think this is definitely thought-provoking. So this isn't exactly a leisure reading experience. There is a lot packed in here. I feel like if I went back and read this again, there would be more things that I could find that would really impact me. But overall, it was a really good experience. I enjoyed reading through it. It's just hard for me to rate this kind of thing. So according to my phone, I got 14 hours of reading in, which still technically isn't 24 hours, but like I said, this weekend just kind of got crazy. I mainly just wanted to see how much I could read and get to some anticipated releases, so I feel like I did okay. I still feel like that's quite a bit of hours to get in between 2 and 3 days, so I'm proud of myself. I feel like I loved/liked all of these books. I'm really sad I didn't get to Book of Night, but I really think I am going to enjoy it later on. I don't think I'm going to regret that decision. Let me know what you guys thought about this newer method of a 24-hour readathon. I love doing them, but it's so hard to like schedule out exactly 24 hours and film and read, and it's just really hard to do everything at once. So I like the timer idea, but I didn't realize how hard it actually is to clock in like an exact 24 hours. Thank you so much, you guys, for sticking around, watching this chaotic reading vlog. I feel like it was not very cohesive. I'm not even sure what kind of footage I got at this point, but I love just keeping you guys up to date on what I'm currently reading, hanging out with you for a weekend, and hopefully you guys like that too. Thank you once again for watching and supporting my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.